God, he's such a loser. At first, I couldn't believe what I had heard. But when I saw them looking at me and snickering away by the water cooler, I instantly lost whatever confidence and self-respect I had for myself. Hi, my name is Alexander, and what I'm about to share with you is one of the most humiliating and embarrassing moments of my life. But more than shame and humiliation, I felt deep anger. Anger at myself for being so incompetent, and anger at the world for being so hard on me. So many dark thoughts were racing through my mind. I knew you'd drop the ball again. They're right, you're a freaking loser. Might as well just pack and leave already. I couldn't stand it anymore. I was waiting for closing time, and it seemed like an eternity. When it finally came up, I abruptly left to go to the subway to commute back home. I was deep in my thoughts. Flashbacks after flashbacks of embarrassing and hurtful events were playing in my mind. Being teased by friends and bullies in high school, my parents punishing me for every little mistake I made. I couldn't help but wonder if this is why I was the way I am. I've read so many articles about how childhood events like these can shape your adult life, and how hard it was to break free from them. Some people spend thousands of dollars going to therapy. Some spend years practicing meditation. Some even resort to alcohol and drugs to numb their pain. I couldn't help but wonder, where am I going to find all the time and money to heal myself? And when I finally got back to my senses, I realized I missed my stop and didn't know where I was. I was frightened. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I could hardly breathe and had a panic attack. And to make things worse, there was no one around to help me. This was quickly turning into one of the worst days of my life. But little did I know at the time that my life was about to go through a radical transformation. What I discovered that day pretty much gave me superpowers. My life turned from darkness and disparity to brightness and abundance. Before I knew it, my life became full of prosperity and unlimited abundance. And in this letter, I'm going to show you the deep miracle that gave me the power to attract wealth and abundance beyond your wildest dreams. And to do so without having to work day and night in a boring, dead-end job. Spend sleepless nights trying to meet deadlines. Beg your rude boss for a raise. Work multiple low-paying jobs. Once you have access to this unique key, you'll effortlessly start to attract wealth and prosperity like a giant magnet. New, unique opportunities will suddenly open up for you to easily start attracting unexpected income that you can use to buy that dream house for you and your family to live comfortably in. Buy that new car, which will be the talk of your family and friends. Travel the world to exotic locations where you will create unforgettable memories. Once you use this powerful key, all of the low negative vibrations that have been getting in the way of you and your dream life will be destroyed. And your energy vibrations will soar to new heights without having to spend hours trying to sit still in meditation while your body is screaming in pain. Reading vague and unclear law of attraction books written by fake gurus who can hardly make ends meet themselves. Going to expensive therapy sessions that are manipulative and can burn a hole through your pocket. Wasting time going to expensive spiritual retreats that give you nothing but false hopes and empty promises. But before I tell you about what this key is and how simple yet powerful it actually is, there is something you need to know. You see, I discovered this unique secret completely by accident. As I said, it happened during one of the darkest days of my life. I stumbled upon an unknown path that paralyzed me with fear and anxiety. But what was at first a frightening experience eventually led me to something that totally transformed my life. I soon realized that I stumbled upon a powerful sign of hope, wealth, and magical transformation. And since that day, my life would never be the same again. This experience made me realize that I've been living a bald-faced lie. Since I was a small child, I was told by my parents and teachers that you need to work hard and obey the authorities to be respected and successful. And yet, as time went by, I couldn't help but notice how there were so many people who were living the life of their dreams without even lifting a finger. They travel, have fun, live in great houses, and drive amazing cars. I noticed that many of them didn't necessarily do great at school, and in fact, some of them were high school and college dropouts. They didn't have to answer to anyone. I even noticed people who graduated with masters and PhDs from prestigious colleges just like me, begging these people to take them under their wings and work with them. How was it possible? These people I saw were living proof that working hard is not the solution, that there was something else at play here, something deeper and more subtle. And I wanted to know what it was. And this experience I went through solved the mystery for good. By using this unique yet powerful key, you'll harness the power to attract untold wealth and prosperity that you've ever imagined. Gain the confidence to meet new people and make new friends that will help you and be by your side to achieve all of life's greatest glory. Gain the wisdom and insights to seek hidden opportunities to earn unexpected income. Shield yourself completely from any negative vibrations trying to get in the way of your deepest dreams and desires. Now, I know you might think that this is a woo-woo, vague law of attraction scam made up by some greedy fake guru trying to swindle you from your hard-earned cash, but I assure you it's not. In fact, this unique key was actually discovered in the 1930s by a world-renowned psychoanalyst. Unfortunately, its powers to rid people of low negative energy vibrations raised the eyebrows of some very powerful people who wanted the masses to stay in the negative and live in fear. And because of that, this inventor was thoroughly discredited in the media of that time, and he was eventually jailed. His scientific papers and inventions were destroyed and forgotten. The unique and powerful key that I'm about to share with you works for pretty much everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, if you're young or old. It doesn't matter what your cultural or religious background is. We all want to enjoy wealth and abundance. We all want to start living the life we were born to live. And in this letter, I'm going to show you the simple shortcut you can use to achieve all this effortlessly. But first, I need to tell you something about myself. My name is Alexander Wilson, and for years now, I've been helping people from all over the world by transforming their lives with the power of manifestation magic. But before all that, I was nothing but a sad pile of misery. I couldn't hold a job. I couldn't focus on any task that I was given. I couldn't even make any meaningful connections with my family and friends. And no matter what I did, I just couldn't let go of my hurtful and traumatic past. As a result of this, every problem that came my way would crush me, and I would reminisce about it for days. I was sure that I'd never find any success personally or financially. I tried reading various self-improvement books, but it bored the hell out of me. I tried doing meditation, but there were so many different techniques rooted in so many different cultural backgrounds that it left me feeling more lost and confused than ever before. It was hopeless. Until something happened that truly changed my life. Now, bear with me, because the story I'm about to tell you is deeply personal. It all started years ago. You see, my boss called me to his office at the end of the workday. I knew I screwed up once again. I was nervous and was sweating buckets. I took a deep breath, braced myself for the oncoming onslaught, and entered his office. I could see the hot scowl on his face. He was clearly pissed off. "This is the third time you've missed an important deadline, Alex. If you screw up one more time, you're out. No more warnings. We've all had it with you over here, to be honest." I stopped my head low in shame. I felt like an utter failure and a loser. I nearly cried. I felt so weak and stupid. When it was done, I came out and saw all my colleagues quietly giggling at me. I just looked down and walked off without making any eye contact with them. I was just tired of the office drama, politics, and the useless water cooler gossip. I just couldn't stop replaying the whole scene over and over again in my head. In fact, I was so deep into my thoughts that I completely missed my stop on the way back home. Before I knew it, I was lost in a part of town I was not familiar with. I was scared and nervous. I tried to find something that was familiar, anything, even if it was a lamppost. I tried to focus on my breath like I was taught in one of the meditating classes, but it didn't do any good. Eventually, my distress got the best of me, and before I knew it, I had the worst panic attack I've ever had in my life. I was really angry with myself. Why am I the way I am? Why can't I catch a break? I decided then and there that once I get out of this mess, I'm going to start making some real changes in my life. Enough is enough. But then something caught my eye. I saw a light at a distance. As I walked towards it, I noticed that it was coming from a strange building. It was unlike anything I've ever seen before. As I got close, I noticed that it was a temple. It was colorful and was full of lights. I felt a sense of relief and decided to check it out. I felt wary at first. I've never been to such a place before. As I was entering, something caught my eye. It was some sort of symbol that was etched on one of the walls. As I came closer to it, I felt like it was calling me. I could feel its power, and I was transfixed. I just couldn't get my eyes off of it, and as I stood there silently watching it, I could feel a huge weight being lifted off my shoulders. The feeling was profound, and I just couldn't get enough of it. It was bliss. I must have stood there for about an hour, until someone tapped me on my shoulders and I got back to my senses. I turned and saw that it was an old man with an orange robe and a long beard. He looked wise and peaceful. His face was glowing with joy and happiness, and he was radiating so much warmth and love. I didn't even know him, but instantly liked him already. I decided to ask him about this magical symbol that transformed me. He smiled and told me that it's an ancient sacred symbol that's deeply revered and respected amongst many monks and priests. In fact, it's been used throughout the ages as a way to meditate and find inner peace and calmness. He informed me that there'd normally be lines of people who come to this temple, but since it's late and the temple was about to close for the day, it was practically empty. He commented on how lucky I was to come here just in time when he was about to close. I was intrigued. I told him about my problems and what I had gone through. It felt like a huge dam broke and everything was flowing free. He listened quietly and gave me some wisdom at the end. What he told me that day instantly changed the way I saw things. He made me realize that the main culprit of my misery was my fast-paced life. I was constantly trying to remain busy. I was constantly trying to run away and find something to distract myself from having to deal with my past hurt and trauma. Instead of dealing with them, I'd sweep them under the carpet and let it accumulate. I couldn't be still. It came to a point where there was no more space under the carpet, and the ugliness started showing itself in many ways. It took a toll on my mental and physical health, and my life was full of worry and stress. I was constantly agitated and annoyed for no reason. I tried plenty of things to heal myself. I've tried bending my body in impossible ways with yoga. Tried reading books on positive thinking but couldn't get the point. Tried to visualize and attract living a great and happy life, but all this was useless as I couldn't focus on anything. I even went to a therapist who prescribed me antidepressants, but after knowing the side effects and seeing firsthand what my friends who depend on it had to go through, I just couldn't afford to take any risk. Thankfully, after what happened on that fateful day, I finally knew what had to be done. I could finally see a light at the end of the tunnel. I decided to do some research about this ancient sacred symbol. I couldn't help but wonder how a mere symbol could be so powerful. My life literally transformed by simply gazing at it. What I discovered blew me away. Turns out that it wasn't just a mere symbol. This sacred symbol is called Sri Yantra. The Sri Yantra is made of 9 interlocking triangles that radiate outwards from the center, also known as the Bindu point. And this point is considered to be the meeting place between the physical world and the spiritual world, or the unmanifest source. Which means this central point has the ability to connect the material world you're in with the spiritual world. Sri Yantra is an ancient sacred geometric pattern, and it is considered to be a tool for materialistic and spiritual manifestation. This means that by meditating and putting your focus on a central point of the sacred symbol, you'll open your mind and body to the spiritual world and tap into its infinite resources. I later learned that of the 9 triangles in Sri Yantra, 4 points upwards and represents the masculine, while 5 points downwards representing the feminine. No wonder I felt such a calming balance of energy within me when I was meditating on it. Upon further research, I discovered that Sri means wealth, and Yantra means instrument. Wealth instrument. You simply gaze and meditate on it for a few minutes, and you'll start to experience pure calmness and peacefulness, clearing your mind and increasing your focus and confidence. Before you know it, you can tap into the unlimited abundance of the spiritual realm at a moment's notice, allowing you to manifest happiness, health, and abundance. I was fascinated by it and wanted to get one for myself. I decided to start searching online, but there were a lot of complaints of poor quality, or that the Sri Yantra symbol was not geometrically correct. Some of them didn't even have the Bindu point, and some just looked plain wrong and were not symmetrical in the least. Carelessly made by people who have no interest in truly finding out the meaning and wisdom behind Sri Yantra. They're just trying to grab your cash and run off. So I decided to do the unthinkable. I decided to go back to that unfamiliar part of town. I needed this symbol in my life. And the only way I was going to get it was with the help of the priest I met in the temple the other night. So I fought back my fear and went back to that unfamiliar part of town. Thankfully, it wasn't half as bad during the day. In fact, it was quite pleasant. I found the temple I had visited last night. It was pretty crowded. I met the priest from last night and asked him where I could get a hold of a Sri Yantra symbol for myself. He told me that he had one with him, and he offered it to me. I was elated and honored to receive such a blessing. He went back to a private area while I waited outside. I was excited like a child who was about to get his gift on a Christmas morning. When he came out, he had with him a Sri Yantra symbol, which I could hang on the wall of my house. I was filled with joy and happiness. The day I brought it to my home, my life started to transform. I started to feel more confident. And for some reason, my colleagues were more supportive of me and helped me find a way out and beat the deadline at work. My boss even called me in and apologized, saying that he should have been more supportive in helping me meet my deadlines. I just couldn't believe it. Not just that, I also could feel my stress and anxiety melt away. I felt more relaxed and peaceful. My focus increased and I was more productive than I've ever been in my life. But there was something missing. You see, as powerful as this sacred symbol was, I only had it in my house. I wanted something that was more practical and more accessible, something that I could take with me wherever I went, something that would make me feel calm and protected at all times. That's when I had the idea to make a pendant out of it. But when I tried to make one for myself, I realized that it was harder than ever. This intricate design is impossible to make. I decided to visit the priest again and ask for his help. I was a bit hesitant, to be honest. The priest might think that I'm pestering him. But when I reached the temple and met him, he gave me a knowing smile and told me that he knew why I came back. But just to be sure, I decided to tell him my plan anyway. And he laughed. He said, "I knew you'd come back asking for it." Well, unfortunately, it takes time to master the craft of making a perfect Sri Yantra. And with a twinkle in his eye, he then jokingly added, "There's a reason why it's known as a sacred geometric symbol and not a modern geometric symbol." I felt hopeless. And I guessed he sensed my hopelessness because the next thing he said was, "Don't worry, you've come to the right person. I'll personally make one for you. Give me a month." A month? I was baffled, but I had no choice. So I reluctantly agreed and went back home. On the way home, I realized how much I missed the Sri Yantra symbol. I couldn't wait to reach home and be in its calming presence. I really missed the feeling. It was clear that I needed that pendant. 1 month felt like a year, but it passed. And a month later, I went over to the temple to meet the priest. When he saw me, he instantly recognized me and handed me the pendant. It was beautiful. I could immediately feel the high energy vibration coming from it. I wore it and felt a pleasant and warm sensation throughout my body, like someone who cared about me deeply was hugging me and reassuring me that everything will be all right. I felt safe. I thanked the priest and took his blessings. I've never felt so much happiness before. I was smiling from ear to ear. But I noticed something on my way back home. I noticed how people all around me were stressed and anxious. And because of it, they were unknowingly spreading their negative vibes. I don't blame them. In fact, I was one of them. And that's why, as powerful as the Sri Yantra pendant was, I could still feel the constant negative energy around me. Thankfully, it didn't faze me as much as it used to, but it was there. So I decided to do something about it. And that's when I remembered something that I read a while ago. A radical invention that was found in the 1930s called the orgone accumulator. It had the ability to neutralize the negative energy of anyone who sat inside it. But it didn't stop there. It transformed the negative energy into pure, clear energy that made you feel calm and relaxed. It practically melted years of stress and anxiety and transformed it into peace and calmness. During its day, the orgone accumulator successfully removed the stress and trauma of so many people and cured so many stress-related illnesses, which made a lot of powerful people in the medical industry panic. They knew they'd go out of business if this invention got even bigger. And so they did the unthinkable. They used their power and influence to put its inventor, Wilhelm Reich, behind bars. His name ruined for good. His reputation was destroyed. He was labeled as a madman and a quack. His papers and inventions were destroyed. I realized that this was my way out. But the orgone accumulator is quite big, and it was not practical. I decided to try and make an orgone pendant. I did some research and learned that the orgone energy is also referred to as the prana energy, which is the high energy vibrations within you that flow freely when your chakras are free from blockages. That's when I decided to create a unique combination of powerful gemstones that had the ability to heal and unblock my chakras. After doing the research on which gemstones I needed to use, I decided to combine red jasper, unblocks the base chakra, increases emotional stamina, self-confidence, self-trust, emotional protection, courage, balance, calm, and relaxation, allowing you to remain calm and grounded during any situation you find yourself in. Carnelian unblocks the sacral chakra, helps to restore vitality, motivation, and stimulates creativity, allowing you to crush any challenges or problems that come your way. Tiger Eye unblocks solar plexus chakra, gives mental clarity and helps to see situations objectively and stabilize your emotions, allowing you to see opportunities no one can see, allowing you to find new chances of manifesting wealth and abundance. Green aventurine unblocks third eye chakra, neutralizes all sorts of dangerous electromagnetic pollution coming from 5G towers, wireless routers, cell phones, refrigerators, laptops, computers. It also settles nausea and dissolves negative emotions and thoughts. Turquoise unblocks heart chakra, protects against outside influences and pollutants in the atmosphere, promotes clarity of mind that can eventually lead to self-realization. It also helps the absorption of nutrients, allowing you to enjoy vibrant health for the rest of your life. Lapis unblocks throat chakra, releases stress and brings deep peace, and it also helps you to become more self-confident and more assertive, helping you to speak your mind and removing any doubts. Amethyst unblocks crown chakra, activates spiritual awareness and raises your intuition, allowing you to get insights and ideas for new opportunities, and allows you to find creative ways to solve all your problems and challenges easily. When I combined them, I realized that this would work really well with the Sri Yantra pendant. The Sri Yantra would bring me positivity, wealth, abundance, joy, happiness, and prosperity, while the orgone pendant would be like an unbreakable armor that protects my positive energy and prosperity from the constant bombardment of harmful negative energy. The Sri Yantra and the orgone pendant was like a match made in heaven. Not only did the combination look absolutely stunning, but the power was beyond anything I'd imagined. I could feel the strong positive vibrations emanating from the Sri Yantra, and the orgone pendant I created made me feel more secure, peaceful, and calm. I was always protected from harmful negative energy. I was finally brimming with full confidence and strong positive energy. Even my colleagues became more friendly and respected me more. I never missed a deadline. Every task I was given, I could accomplish easily. Everything seemed so easy and simple. It was like I instinctively knew what needed to be done. As I began to make more meaningful connections and made more friends, people started approaching me. They noticed a huge change in me, and it was so drastic that they just had to know how it happened. And that's when I showed them the magical pendant that I had invented. They were blown away. They confessed to always feeling some sort of positive energy when they were around me. They asked me if I could make it for them as well, and that's when I came up with the idea to create the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant. The Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant is a unique combination of an ancient sacred geometric symbol of the East and a forgotten radical science miracle of the West. This one-of-a-kind pendant helps you to experience inner peace and calmness, You'll feel like a huge weight has been lifted from your shoulders, making you lighter and calmer than ever before. Increase your focus and alertness. This helps you to tap into the unlimited abundance of the universe to help you manifest all your desires and goals easier than ever before. Increase your self-confidence in meeting new people, making new friends, and finding your one true soulmate that will add meaning to your life. Gain the mental clarity to see new opportunities that'll allow you to drastically increase your income and improve your life by leaps and bounds. Enjoy vibrant mental and physical health that'll allow you to live an active life that's full of fun and adventure. Of course, the magic Sri Yantra Organite Chakra Pendant is not the only way to achieve joy, abundance, and happiness. It's just that it's really the simplest and easiest way I've ever seen. Not just that, it's also the best. Because if you've ever seen the quality of the pendants that are sold online, you'll notice that over 95% of them are created with fake crystals that are actually colored rocks or even plastics. They are handled very carelessly and are easy to break. In fact, many people have been the victim of such scams. They bought it during their darkest times, thinking it was their one way out. Some of them even spent their last penny only to receive a fake, or receive a poor quality pendant that's broken. Personally, I don't like the idea that such a powerful ancient symbol should be treated without any proper care or respect. Such people are just in it for the money and really can't be bothered about actually changing people's lives. And while you can also try practicing meditation and yoga, they take years to master, and there are so many different methods and techniques that you'll end up feeling more lost and confused than ever before. Meanwhile, the magic Sri Yantra Organite Chakra Pendant is made up of real healing gemstones that are of the highest grade. They have the power to unblock and protect the energy that's awakened within you, or what is otherwise known as prana energy within you. By simply wearing the magic Sri Yantra Organite Chakra Pendant, you'll instantly experience inner peace and calmness. You'll feel a positive energy vibration awaken within you, and you'll feel secure and protected from negative outside forces trying to sway you back to your old life. You can also gaze at the beautifully designed Sri Yantra and meditate on it for a few minutes to experience peace and calmness. We've even gone through great lengths to make sure that the Sri Yantra symbol is geometrically perfect and symmetrical. In fact, creating the Sri Yantra symbol itself is a very hard task to do. And here's the best part. All you have to do is wear it around your neck. That's it. Also, if you want to, from time to time, you can meditate on the Sri Yantra symbol for a few minutes. This is not necessary, but only when you feel like it, or you're feeling particularly down. You'll still be able to experience the positive energy of the magic Sri Yantra Organite Chakra Pendant anyway. Just wear it with you wherever you go, and you'll constantly be protected from the constant bombardment of negative energy. And you'll experience real happiness, joy, and clarity of mind. No need to spend hours trying to meditate or learn some complicated chantings and mantras. But I have to warn you, a lot of these millionaire scammers are panicking because of the power of the magic Sri Yantra Organite Chakra Pendant. They worry that it might put them out of their filthy business. And not to mention, the orgone that I used in my pendant have raised the eyebrows of some very powerful people who are trying their level best to bring it down. So I don't know how long I'll be able to keep this site up and running for you. And because of how powerful the magic Sri Yantra Organite Chakra Pendant is, the demand for it has gone through the roof. I'm trying my best to keep up with the growing demands, but unfortunately, creating this magical pendant is not easy. To recreate the intricate Sri Yantra symbol takes time. Not to mention the healing gems that I use for this beautiful pendant are hard to find. This is why I'm only able to make these pendants in a very limited number, and I don't know when I'm able to get my next batch. So if you want to get your hands on a magic Sri Yantra Organite Chakra Pendant to start turning your life around, then you need to act fast. With that being said, I really do hope that you get your hands on the magic Sri Yantra Organite Chakra Pendant by today, because I remember how I felt when I got lost and felt hopeless. I remember the stress and anxiety of getting yelled at by my boss, while my colleagues were quietly laughing at me behind my back. I remember how it feels to be useless and unwanted, and I don't want you to have to go through all that as well. Also, when you think about it, you can experience joy, happiness, and abundance almost instantly without having to spend thousands of dollars trying to master meditation techniques that take years. Or go to useless therapy sessions that'll cost you an arm and a leg. Or read boring, useless books that are overcomplicated and provide no guidance. And while you can try and do those things, they're typically much more expensive and they take up a lot of your time. Time which you'll never be able to get back. Meanwhile, the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant is really a better option for you, because not only will you save your hard-earned savings for something more meaningful and profound, the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant will also melt away your stress and anxiety, and help you clear your mind and increase your focus, helping you see and find new opportunities that help you earn more income and start living the life of your dreams. You'll also gain confidence in meeting new people, making new friends, and finding a soulmate that'll add meaning to your life. And while I can easily charge you $200 and it will still be a bargain, for a limited time, only you can get the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant for only $57. So go ahead, click the button below and say yes to the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant. Say yes to a life full of joy, peace, and abundance. Say yes to your desires. Whether it's new opportunities that bring you more unexpected income, travel the world to exotic locations, or finding your soulmate that will add a deeper meaning to your life. Once you click the button, you'll be redirected to our secure 254-bit encrypted checkout page, where you'll need to fill in your payment details. Once you've hit the Submit button, we'll pack your very own Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant and send it to you right away. I'm very confident that you'll notice a huge difference in your life and in your mindset. In fact, I'm confident enough in its powers that I've personally made sure every Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant comes with a no questions asked 60-day money-back guarantee. Within the next 60 days from the date of your purchase, if you decide that the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant is not for you, or if you're not satisfied with it for any reason, simply return the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant to us, and we'll issue you a 100% refund. So don't wait any longer. Go ahead and click the button below to take your first step to live the life of your dreams. But that's not all. For a special limited time only, when you purchase the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant, you'll get these bonuses: digital audio tracks plus quick start guide worth up to $120. Amplify Your Manifestation Power Ceremony audio track, a $37 value. This ceremony is to help you reconnect and raise your vibration to attract abundance. This meditation will help you tap into the creative energy of the universe. You can release your old stories, habits, and behaviors around not feeling worthy to receive abundance. Energy Purification Ceremony audio track, a $37 value. This ceremony is to help you clear overwhelming negative emotions surrounding success and opportunities. This ceremony gets you ready to open to and receive the success that is truly yours by focusing on the divine light within us all. Sri Yantra Quick Start Guide, a $47 value. Concerned that your chakras might block you from manifestation? We have that covered. We combine the most potent, genuine crystals and guide on how you can heal your blocked chakras. You have two choices right now. You can either continue living your life with stress, anxiety, and negativity that will haunt you for the rest of your life, or you can take a step and get the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant and start tapping into the abundance of the universe to live a life that is full of joy, happiness, and abundance. But you really need to hurry, as there's no telling how long I'll be able to keep this site running. Also, I don't know how long this limited stock of Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendants is going to last. So don't wait any longer. Take action now and click the button below to turn your life around into one that is beautiful, meaningful, and joyful. Dear friend, the universe doesn't give opportunities like this very often. The Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant is like a guardian angel that'll guide you on the path to happiness and abundance and allow you to finally manifest the life of your dreams. Thank you so much for watching this far. I know this all might be a lot to take in, and you might have a few questions, so I'll answer them for you now. Number 1, what is Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant? How does it help? The Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant is a one-of-a-kind pendant that's made of a unique combination of the sacred Sri Yantra symbol and the orgone healing gems. This unique combination allows you to gain the mental clarity to see new opportunities that allow you to drastically increase your income and improve your life by leaps and bounds. Get rid of stress and anxiety and start to feel lighter and calmer than ever before. Increase your focus and alertness, allowing you to be able to achieve your goals and find your purpose in life more clearly. Increase your self-confidence that'll help you in making new friends and finding your one true soulmate that will add meaning to your life. Number 2, do you ship to my country? Although we do ship to most countries, there are a small number of countries that we are unable to ship to. When completing the order form, please ensure that you've selected the correct country, and do also confirm that your shipping address is correct. If you require assistance, please get in touch with us. Number 3, how long will it take to receive my Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant? All orders are processed, subject to stock availability, within 3 to 7 business days, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Our shipping duration normally takes between 14 to 28 business days, depending on which country you reside in. However, due to the current global situation of COVID-19, you might experience delays for your online orders during this period. Factors such as shipping disruptions, decreased flight hours, conditions of the destination country, delayed logistics, and customs clearings may have an impact on the delivery time. However, rest assured that we are trying our best to deliver your order as soon as possible. We thank you for your patience and kind understanding during this period. Number 4, what if I change my mind? Look, I totally get it. Purchasing things online might not be something you're used to. Perhaps you've bought something and the real product did not seem as advertised. I know what it feels like to be duped, which is why I'm giving you my 100% money-back guarantee. If you feel that the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant does not work for you, all you need to do is send the pendant back to me within the next 60 days and I'll refund your money back. Number 5, how do I use Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant? All you have to do is wear the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant around your neck. And from when you're feeling particularly down, you can meditate on the Sri Yantra symbol for a few minutes. You'll still be able to experience the positive energy of the Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant anyway. Just wear it with you wherever you go, and you'll constantly be protected from the constant bombardment of negative energy. And you'll experience real abundance, happiness, joy, and clarity of mind. No need to spend hours trying to meditate or learn some complicated chantings and mantras. Click the button below to get your very own Magic Sri Yantra Orgonite Chakra Pendant right now.